Why are we running behind our partners so much? Why are we checking their phones? Why are we in their inboxes on Instagram and why are we doing all this? Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. To not trust somebody's a horrible feeling. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. But what have you gained from going through their phone? What have you gained from going through their phone? There's never been a time that you went through their phone and you felt better afterward. There's never been a time you going through their phone, asked them a few questions, and your relationship got stronger afterward. There's never been a time you've gone through their inbox, their DM on Instagram, found a couple people's comments, had a discussion with your partner, and then y'all had a great day, great night after that. It doesn't happen. Because if you truly don't trust that person and y'all having these back and forth discussions and these conversations, you don't gain more trust. Most likely they slip up, say some stuff, you find out some stuff you didn't know, and things get worse. Because guess what? This untrustworthy person that you're with, you knew they was untrustworthy. At some point, you found out some things you didn't know, and you figured out, oh, this person ain't really to be trusted like that. Oh, it's too many times I done caught them up in little lies and stuff, and stuff ain't add up. You know this person ain't to be trusted for real. But you're like, I need the hard evidence, I need the concrete evidence, right? A lot of times, you'll get it and not do anything with it, because if you're not going to break up with them, what are you doing it for? If you're not going to tell them to leave, or you pack up your stuff and leave, what are you doing it for? What's the point? There's no point. Because a lot of times, you want them to stop doing what they're doing. So you figure if you find out and you call them on it, they'll stop. No. They're not going to stop. Because whatever they're doing, it's because they like doing it. They're not going to stop doing it because you found out. They're going to find another way to do it. And hopefully doing it in that way will be a nice way for you not to find out. They'll be able to find some type of channel avenue so that my partner can't find out that I'm doing it. It's not even worth it. You're causing yourself more stress. You're then getting into arguments. Two people that's arguing are not going to get busy loving. It's hard to love on somebody when you're arguing. It's almost impossible. Now you don't trust them. You don't trust nothing they doing. Now that person, how about this? When you find out, or y'all always bickering about stuff, then they start not trusting you. Because they think you know what's going on with them, or you don't know, or you just suspect it. And now they're like, oh, they probably gonna step out on me. Listen, you're never going to be in a better spot by doing all this investigating. Bro, you know goddamn well if you could trust her or not. You know if you can or not, bro. That's not a 50-50 type thing, y'all. I don't know who told y'all that it's like a gray area. Oh, I can kind of trust him as long as he don't go over to that spot. I can kind of trust him as long as he ain't on Instagram that much. No. You can either trust him or you cannot. You can either trust her, fam, or you cannot. There are some women who can go to a music festival and there be 800 dudes with their shirt off. And guess what? She gonna have fun with her homegirls. She gonna speak and be kind to motherfuckers, but she gonna keep it moving. You understand me? And then the girl you can't trust, she could work in an office with one guy that works there and end up sleeping with him. One guy, that's all it takes. Bro, there ain't no gray area. The older we get, we start to realize ain't no gray area with people you could trust and people you can't trust. Either you can or you can't. It ain't sometimes. It ain't, oh, if they drunk. It ain't, oh, if the circumstances line up. Nah. So you running through their phone to find out if they're untrustworthy or not. You don't really have to do that. You know they're not. Y'all the same dudes talking about, oh, nah, Mark. If my best friend of 30 years come by my house, he got to sit out in his car. He can't even be on the porch if my wife is home. You don't trust him, nigga. You shouldn't be running with him. You don't trust her, my man. You don't trust her. you shouldn't be with her. If your best friend who you would die for and your woman who you done gave your last name can't spend 15 minutes together without you thinking that they might end up doing something, you can't trust neither of them motherfuckers. And ain't no gray area, bruh. Ain't no, oh, if they alone in my house. You telling me that the dude that you best friends with, you can't trust him to go inside of your house? Come on, man. Trust is a big deal. So what we're doing is we're going through our partner's personal phone. We're looking for all these things because we don't trust them. But if you trusted her, you wouldn't go through her phone. Why would you go through her phone? If you trust him, sis, if you really trust him, you wouldn't be on his page all the time, seeing who commenting, seeing who liking and loving. Some of y'all going on his page to see who is loving his posts. Not who like it, who love it. And then you scanning these Jones. Then you clicking on their profiles and you going all through their pictures and trying to figure out who did that. Come on, sis. There got to be other things you could do with your time. And if you feel that strongly, Mark, I got a woman's intuition. All right, well, if it's that strong, then make moves. Huh? Make moves. What are you doing it for if you're not going to leave the person? Same person you running through their phone, same person you don't like how they acting on their social media, is the same person you can't trust sitting around your best friend for 15 minutes and you still with them. That makes zero sense to me. And whether you man, woman, child, black, white, Spanish, tall, short, fat, old, it don't matter. Trustworthy people are trustworthy. When you can't trust a motherfucker, you can't trust them. You understand? Whether it's money on the table, a little bit of extra Halloween candy, some shoes you just bought, you can't trust them. All this going through our partners' phones, being in their personal business, riding past places that they supposed to be, you don't really know if they there and all that. Listen, man, just like God gave you all the signs about everything else in your life, he gonna give you that sign when you need the sign, and all you got to do is obey the sign. So let's move forward and stop going through these phones when we already know who we dealing with. Let's make moves so that we can get with somebody whose phone we don't have to go through. Or let's just stop looking for stuff that we haven't found. You haven't found it, sis. Yeah, he looked good. And a lot of women want him. But he just wants you. How about that? Hey, bro, yeah. She's, yeah. A lot of dudes want her. She ain't entertaining them, bro. You keep looking for her, but she ain't really gave you a... Why you looking through her? Either you trust her or you don't. So if we don't trust these people, let's get rid of them. Let's move on. Let's get with some folks that we can trust. Life too short.